Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. AJ Styles should have absolutely won the IC title in France on the September 1st edition of Monday Night Raw. There's no reason why WWE shouldn't have pulled the trigger on AJ Styles winning the IC title. He doesn't need to chase it any longer against Dominic Mysterio. You could still have them go back and forth and play a little patty cake with the IC title, but you're in France. AJ Styles might be the most over person when WWE comes to France. They absolutely go nuts for AJ Styles. His entrance music, the whole vibe that AJ Styles brings when WWE does a show in France is actually insane. Like, Roman Reigns has the most aura, just like a godly like feeling when Roman Reigns comes out. Right underneath that in France is AJ Styles. And so WWE made a mistake when they didn't pull the trigger and give AJ Styles the IC title in France. The crowd would have erupted. It would have been a beautiful scene of AJ Styles holding the title, all of the fans singing his song, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, like just going nuts for AJ Styles. Instead, WWE doesn't pull the trigger. They keep Dominic Mysterio as the Intercontinental Champion and don't get this as massive, just over beautiful reaction that would have been great all over social media for their channels. I think they made the wrong decision by not pulling the trigger on AJ Styles. I think WWE should have 100% given the strap to AJ Styles in France, and then they could have patty caked it back and forth, whatever their future plans might be. But I think that would have been the right decision. And then we also know moving forward that Roman Reigns is out of action moving forward. I believe he is filming Street Fighter, so that's why he's out of action. We saw him get absolutely dominated and dismantled by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed post-match at Clash in Paris. He beats Bronson Reed. He's going to sign autographs. He's going to sign shoes. He's doing all these sorts of things. Then you see Braun Breaker just sprint out of nowhere on the announce table, spear. Then he sprints down the ramp, spear. And then Bronson Reed, tsunami. Love it. But the only thing is that we've seen this like 3 or 4 times already. And then there's like this big Roman Reigns comeback and the aura goes through the roof and the vibe goes through the roof and the godlike Roman Reigns comes through the curtain. So they could have done something different. What I would have done, what I would have rather have seen happen was that Bronson Reed just beats Roman Reigns right in the middle of the ring. If you know you're going to push Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins and that whole group, why not give Bronson Reed the biggest win of his life and have him beat Roman Reigns right in the center of the ring? Then, after you beat him, you do multiple tsunamis, then you have Braun Breaker come out, and then you have a spear, then you run that. So it's like a total domination and dismantling of Roman Reigns. But they had to have Roman Reigns win, then the other two guys get their fucking payback or they start beating him up. I would have rather seen Bronson Reed win, because now every single Monday Night Raw moving forward until Roman Reigns returns, you can hear Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman talk about how he beat Roman Reigns, the greatest superstar, the WWE superstar right now, the biggest ticket sales mover in Roman Reigns. Bronson Reed beat him. Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. That gives him a lot of ammunition and a lot of talking material moving forward until Roman Reigns returns. But instead, yes, they have Roman Reigns win. It was a pretty good opening match. I enjoyed it. And then they have him get dismantled. I would have still done the dismantling, but I would have had Bronson Reed win that match. Now there's a reason why Roman Reigns is coming back. Yes, he's coming back because he wants to get his revenge, and he's Roman Reigns, and it's his job to be a WWE superstar, but it's even more intensified if he knows the last match he had was a loss, and then also on top of the loss, he got his ass kicked. Now he's really coming back full force whenever he does. I would have done that, but they did it the way they did it, and I think then now that's 2 sort of bad decisions from WWE. They should have given the strap to AJ Styles in France, and they should have had Bronson Reed win and beat Roman Reigns. I also think they should have had Logan Paul beat John Cena, but those are decisions I would have made. But we're here now, and it doesn't really matter. And then the last thing we'll talk about is the women. We saw Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw just slapping the piss out of CM Punk. I absolutely loved it because I don't like CM Punk. I think he's a fraud and a scam artist. But Becky Lynch is in the middle of the ring, just sort of slapping him away. And most people believe that this is leading to a mixed tag team match with CM Punk and AJ Lee, their real life husband and wife, versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, real life husband and wife. There's been rumors of AJ Lee circulating her return and her comeback for like years. It always happens. But it seems like this is actually the time where it might be legit a possibility, because in the middle of the ring, Becky Lynch is just slapping him away. And, CM Punk said something along the lines of like, you're going to regret doing that, or someone's going to slap the taste out of you, or something like that, sort of implying that his wife is going to come and have his back and beat the shit out of Becky Lynch. I wouldn't mind seeing a Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins versus an AJ Lee and CM Punk. I think this Seth Rollins and CM Punk feud is going to last all the way until WrestleMania 42, where CM Punk finally beats Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, and adding AJ Lee in the mix, extending this out a little bit, is probably not a bad idea. So I enjoyed that, and I'm really excited to see where that goes potentially. But the biggest news coming out of the women's division is that Stephanie Vacour and Io Sky will face one-on-one for Naomi's vacant championship, and that is set for WrestlePalooza, which is the first PLE on ESPN. I think Brock Lesnar and John Cena will headline that show, but Stephanie Vacour and Io Sky will wrestle for the women's title on WrestlePalooza. I think Io Sky is pound for pound the best women's wrestler on the planet, and I think Stephanie Vacour has a very bright future, very, very, very good in the ring, also has good aura and good charisma about her. I would not give the strap... Io Sky's been champion. I actually would give the strap to Stephanie Vacour. I think she can become the champion, first-time champion, elevate her to the top of the card, and see how she does it. It's sort of a sink or swim sort of trial run. If she absolutely crushes it and lives up to the hype and the expectations, great. If she doesn't, have her drop the title to Io a couple months later, and then you're back to where we all started. So those are some of the updates coming from the WWE world post September 1st, which is when we had Raw in France. Now I think we're back in the United States at regularly scheduled times, but I think WWE made a few poor decisions, but one great decision, and the logical decision they made was Stephanie Vacour versus Io Sky at WrestlePalooza. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.